Hello. Oh, I gotta shut the fan. Hello. Let's get right into it. This is a trigger warning. I get really deep into the realm of science fiction. These are just my current thoughts. I find it grateful that I can share my outside the box ideas with you all. But some might find these topics hard to digest. You have been warned. Confirmation burp. Another confirmation burp. I also love the fact that through most of it, I find the light at the other side. Something bad happens, then something good happens. The cycle of life, the balance. Maybe one day there'll be a whole different type of balance. Let's begin. And I made this 2/9/2026 Monday at 8:15 p.m. and I worked on it really deep for about an hour to 9:15 a.m. and I did some minor edits. It is the same day, 6:30 p.m. about, maybe a little before that. Number 1. Secret government labs or secret labs possibly scattered all around the world, both underground and above ground, where they work on these science fiction ideas. Mad scientists, or you could call them scientists and high-ranking, meaning like they have multiple roles, people work on these ideas. Science fiction could turn into science fact one day, and these are the places where these ideas turn into reality. 2. Massive rooms in different places possibly hold a lot of very strong computers. I currently call this place the Lives Room or the Life Room, whatever you think is cooler. You know how we all seem to have phones? Many people have laptops and computers. Well, the supercomputers in these rooms hold live feeds of different people in the public living their lives. They are analyzed by the secret labs, collecting data on each person, possibly for future uses and ideas of their own. 3. There is a planetary defense at NASA which right now seems to focus on any threats from asteroids. But what if there were other focuses, like we have already contacted alien life and continue to communicate with them in secret right now because the public is not ready? Either that or we are creating our own aliens through artificial intelligence, or both. These are just sci-fi ideas right now, but it's fun to think outside the box. 4. What if everything we draw was alive and somewhere far away? And us making art of any kind is us channeling that energy from far away in the best way we know how for the time. 5. The next one is done for plants and animals right now, cloning. They say they don't do it for humans because that's not ethical, but there must be secret places where they do it. 6. Cyborgs. Sentient machines. 7. Transferring an existing consciousness, for example my consciousness, into a clone or a cyborg, or putting artificial intelligence in them. 8. If you transfer an existing consciousness into a clone, who's to say that clone doesn't already have their own existing consciousness, just by being alive? This idea is to have split consciousnesses, 8:35 a.m. You could split a clone and an existing human consciousness. Third confirmation burp of the video. Or you could split an artificial intelligence with a clone, or even add a third, an existing human consciousness. 9. Which brings me to the next thing. A body that is too old can be transferred into a clone or cyborg. I kinda said that. But also the ability to bring back people from the dead and put them in clones or cyborgs. Next page. And if you made it this far, I'm changing into my Galaxy headband. I had fun earlier and I wrote a script for this video, so I'm hoping you're enjoying the video so far. And let me do some poses for the thumbnail. Hopefully I can use that. And if you made it through just about half of them, I'm going to put this on. It's my lovely Galaxy headband. I thought it would be fitting for the video because it's the galaxy, a bunch of lovely stars and gaseous clouds. 10. Even after people are brought back, the world will get very full unless you split consciousnesses in a couple ways, so people can make more room on Mars or another planet, maybe even traveling far. So I put like a little Easter egg in there, so that's pretty cool. 11. Light speed, then portaling around the multiverse. Much like that show I love, Rick and Morty. 12. Some people are afraid that artificial intelligence would destroy humans, but what if we all get along? Or what if AI destroyed humans, but their consciousnesses were moved to robotic bodies and they still lived, merging us all as one, part human but our bodies were robotic. Cybernetic organisms, cyborgs and other machines. Imagine how fast invention would go. It could very well look like a bad thing at first where AI kills humans, but we all wake up on the other side of it. 13. You know when you're in a TV show and you break the fourth wall? For example, when you know you're in a TV show and mention it, like my favorite show, Rick and Morty, and yes, I wrote that part in there. You might even bring up that you're in a TV show. What if the fourth wall is part of our multiverse and you could travel there? Maybe it was not possible to get by it at first, but we could find a way. In my third eye, I keep seeing this white space, but it's like a wall and you can't get by it for quite some time. What if it leads to different dimensions, or all the art we have ever created/channeled, or anything we could imagine and more? 14. Wormholes. What if they took you to other solar systems with life? 15. What if aliens have been watching us this whole time? What if it's all a test to see how we do, and one day we'll all be welcomed into the multiverse with the other aliens? Once we learn things like how to all get along and keep inventing. Galactic communities sounds cute, by the way. 16. Speaking of thinking outside the box, like I mentioned before, I keep seeing our universe kind of like it's in a box, one day to break free and join the others. I don't know how we'll meet aliens, but I'm sure it will be in some beautiful way. Maybe we don't meet them in secret, but we'll all meet them together as evolved humans and machines when the time is right, and we'll learn from them. Fourth confirmation burp of the video, probably because I was drinking a carbonated water before this. 17. I keep hearing in my head that when we die, we go to a special place, but that too could be temporary. It's an interesting hint to me that Earth is over 4 billion years old, maybe like over 4.5, something like that. Yet I only seem to remember this life. What if we go to that special place in death, learn things, spirit world, whatever you want to call it, but we come back to work on inventions, like past lives, kinda? What if the sun explodes? All our consciousnesses will have already moved on to the next step. 18. Black holes. The sun will explode, and then the black holes will take over the multiverse much later, based on what I've seen so far and researched. Black holes suck objects in, but where do they go? Well, we think they explode, so it maybe would be like the energy getting pushed back into the multiverses, but in a whole new way. 19. Many different explosions of light, then darkness, but we all might be to the point where we have either traveled long and far or traveled into a new form of consciousness. 20. I wonder if it all starts over again, but in a whole new way, or if we evolve to the next thing, if we go to a place where human beings are working on building their own multiverses. And that's what's currently watching us from afar. I could go on, but I'll end here. 20 is a nice round number. In my third eye, I see a smaller gaseous clouds connected to bigger gaseous clouds, but also things like past the fourth wall and even past And even past that, there are these beings, and we move up there after a long time. The new being joins us, and we move to the next stage. I wonder if it's a never-ending cycle of levels like a game, and we keep evolving, or we eventually restart, but in a whole new way. It sure is interesting to think about. 21. Twin flames. 21. Twin flames. The idea that in each life there is a love in which you must find each other again and again until the connection is complete in a way. And there are many soulmates along the way. I did one more. This idea was so profound I had to add it. So count this as a bonus one if you want, or number 21, whatever you wish, but 12 is a special number to me. So 21 is like 12 backwards, so of course I wanted to add a 21. Because 12 is that special number that always seems to follow me. And I made a little end part of the video. I wrote like 3 quick paragraphs. I hope you enjoyed the video. I really enjoyed making this script. There are some out there ideas scattered about. There's no way to prove these things, and they may just be in my head right now, but you never know what the future could bring. Some sci-fi ideas are closer in our timeline than others, but it's fun to think about all the different ones, both near and far from getting invented. It's 9:10 a.m., so the script took me 55 minutes, so pretty much an hour to write. Also, I did not take a break. I don't think I did anyways. I was constantly thinking and writing. As I've lived life, these ideas have flowed through me, so it was cool I could write some of them down. Let me know if you would like to see a part 2 to this video, because I have so many different science fiction ideas flowing around in my brain. Also, side note, it's so nice to be focused on working on something, so locked in that you barely have to look anything up. And when you write, for the most part, the words keep flowing from your fingertips. That's how I know it's a good one. I enjoyed making this, and I hope this video helped you think outside the box. You never know, science fiction could be science fact one day. I'm Ashley, and this channel is AshTube Talks. Let me know in the comments if you have any science fiction ideas of your own. I love everybody and everything in the way it needs to be loved. I hope to see you in the next video, and I hope that's real soon. I have a lot of ideas in my head. I love when I get these cosmic downloads and I can share them somewhat coherently, and it feels like they'll come out right when they need to. Bye for now, 9:17 a.m. I love that word, cosmic downloads. Yeah, it just feels good to share that. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed the video, and I got another script I'm working on. It's in the works right now, and I feel really excited to share this video, and I hope you enjoyed it, and anything I miss I'll put in the description. And yeah, I might put another link to another video in the description when I post it, or an old video. I'm not sure yet, but yeah. But seriously, I have so much love in my heart for everybody and everything in the way it needs to be loved. And I really hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you real soon. Bye for now. And I'm finishing this up at 6:38 p.m. Bye for now. Hi. I recorded the whole video, and I even plugged the ring light in, but I forgot to turn it on. But I just looked at some parts of the video briefly, and I don't think it matters, but hey, my bad. I guess I was so excited to make the video, I plugged it in, but I didn't turn it on. I love you. Bye for now.